and an alliance has no name. We can actually throw it over to Arena 1 right now because the match is about to be underway in about 30 seconds. And you will be this match will be commentated by the very beautiful, very handsome Elsie Randulf? We don't know him. And moderator. So
Thanks
I'm
for
going to
that,
throw it over to
Elise.
moderator in the booth.
Yeah, Shadow Cartel has elected to bring a heavy blaster comp with that Navy Megathron Vindicator, supported by Oneros, 2 Navy Brutuxes, a Hyena, a pair of Hounds, a Crucifier, and a Daredevil. Elise, walk us through this missile team
All
that
right, so
Bad Fellas
Badfellas
has
over
brought.
here in blue, they've got a double Bargist, double Jackdaw, double Scalpel, so Frigate Logi, and they're joined with 2 Kitsunes, a Griffin, and we assume this Tengu is a Jamgu with light missiles. So there's going to be a lot of potential jamming these targets. Interestingly enough, we just see a Vindicator being attempted to be jammed right here, and that is it. So I'm kind of curious to see what this Badfellows team is going to try and do. They're slowly, actually, they're just sitting there while while Shadow Cartel slowly move their Vindicators right out front.
And already Eric Durant is going to be the early primary. He's getting into about 1/3 armor, while no actual appreciable damage has been coming onto the side of Badfellas. A Griffin was the primary earlier, but Blobby Blobson, excellently named, has been kept up easily by his pair of friendly scalpels.
Yeah, this is actually pretty cool to see. We didn't really see Frigate Logistics that much yesterday. I believe we saw it twice, maybe 3 times total in the arena. But this is a very, very composed Shadow Cartel team. You know, they're just very slowly throwing their Vindicators and Navy Mega Core just right into the belly of the beast right now. You can see a Bargist by Catalytic Morphus is being tackled and grappled. And whew, he is really low shields right now. He is not holding up to these blaster hulls right now.
Yeah, it took a while for the Navy Megathron and the Vindicator to apply their damage, but now they're on top of him at 0, absolutely pounding into him with Void. Badfell is getting the ball of logistics drones on top of Catalytic to try to sustain him, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to keep him up, and the Barghest of Raptor already being grappled, probably the next primary.
My goodness, that bar gets dropped through reps so quickly. I mean, that's one of the downsides to having your scalpel lodges, but it's also a huge downside to just letting 2 Megathron hulls just creep up on you like that. Shadow Cartel just went in there, and this Daredevil didn't try to screen anything off. Actually, never mind, it's their Daredevil. That would explain why I didn't try to screen everything off. But yeah, they just slowly encroached on these Vargas, and now they're just ripping them to shreds right now.
Yeah, that Daredevil actually has gone off, and he's in the process of tackling one of the Griffins that has now been killed. And this Barghest is dipping into low armor. He's fully grappled, and he's not able to propel away from it. Blaster damage as a result.
Yeah, that's actually an incredible amount of damage coming out of here. This Bargus belonging to Raptor on the Badfellas team is not going to be long for this world. And after that, I have no idea what Badfellas can do. Like, they could get almost no appreciable damage on the targets that they were trying to kill. It does look like the Oneros might have been jammed for 1 cycle, and a Hound died to some Jackdaw missile spam. But, man, my goodness. Shadow Cartel here just wiping the floor with them.
Yeah, and another jamming ship off of that Oneros will be down as Petty Sturden has been killed by the support corps of Shadow Cartel.
We see Shadow Cartel with a Crucifier that does not look to have missile tracking disruptors at all. It just has normal tracking disruptors. Probably not exactly what they expected to see, but you gotta think they feel really happy about this match right here. Just slowly crouching up on them with the Vindicator and Navy Mega, and just obliterating everything without getting screened off. That's the dream of a Vindicator pilot, just an unimpeded path to own.
Yeah, the Hound of, or Hyena rather, of Trousered Eagle did a good job of webbing down targets, and they slowed them down just enough with that long-range Hyena web in time for the Vindicator and the Megathron to then get on top of him. After that, Trouser switched off his web to another target, and the Navy Brutuxes and the Navy Megathron were able to switch their damage onto that next primary. So really good job of target calling and module management by the side of Shadow Cartel.
All right, so right now we see Shadow Cartel in a bit of a hard spot. They've lost their Hyena and their Daredevil, so a lot of their catch and a lot of their control is gone for them. On the Badfella side, there's still a Tengu who's kind of moving fairly decently. Two Jackdaws which can also book it, and the two Scalpels which are going quite fast. So they may have a very hard time catching what remains here, but it doesn't really matter. They've already caused catastrophic damage to the Badfellas team, and it doesn't really matter that they have no catch. There's just no damage left on the Badfellas team. They can't really do too much. I mean, as I say, that stuff is dying, but that's just because they're jamming Oneros with his jam goo. I'm not sure that this Oneros will stay jammed and miss like 5 cycles in a row on these Navy Brutixes.
Yeah, and even if he does, it doesn't really matter. There's so many repair drones from the massive drone base of the Navy Megathron and the 2 Navy Brutixes that, though rep drones alone, even without the Oneros, can easily outrep the total combined damage that remains on the Badfellows team.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see, as I said, there is no catch. A Jackdaw has been caught by a Vindicator. So that is not too good. Actually, no, it's not caught by a Vindicator. It is caught by a Navy Mega Grapple. And actually, yeah, a Navy Mega Grapple and a Navy Brutix is flying into it. But that Jackdaw just melted. These Scalpels couldn't even get the reps off. And, man, what do you think this Badfellas team was hoping to see? Because it obviously wasn't this. Like, they didn't seem to have any defense against these Navy Megas, Daredevil, and a Hyena control.
Yeah, I think they were hoping to kite away and stay at range, but the problem with bringing all your ECM ships to support that is that you have nothing that can actually pin down anything that will try to rush you like these Navy Brutixes and these Navy Megathrons. And eventually, they're going to catch you. We'll get on top of you with those grapplers and bonus twebs, and once they do that, it's pretty much lights out for you, as Shadow Cartel has shown.
Yeah, Shadow Cartel has a web, a Vindy web, and a grapple on the Tengu of Tiggle Biddies. Great name. But man, I'm just amazed that this setup can exist. You know, you got these two very beefy hulls. Obviously, the Vindicator is discounted because of it is a Serpentis theme event, so it's actually cheaper than the Navy Mega. And 2 Navy Brutixes with a Hyena and a Daredevil. It seems to be a very strong setup. Do you think we're going to see more of these types of setups?
With the point discounts for the Vindicator, we've already seen a lot of teams bring it. I think that's something we'll continue to see. I expect to see after this weekend and the next weekend a number of flagships be announced in favor of Vindicator. Looking at this lineup, though, I'm not actually sure why they chose to bring a Navy Megathron instead of a second Vindicator. What's your take on that, Elise?
I'm actually not too sure. The Navy Mega does have a little bit more utility. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they just really wanted those extra few slots, or maybe they just couldn't fill out one more point. I have literally no idea what would compel someone to bring a Navy Mega over a Vindy in this format. But it does have like one more utility slot, I guess.
Yeah, an interesting trade-off. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of the Navy Megathron. Typically not a ship we've ever really seen used in the past, but having said that, we haven't seen a lot of Vindicators either, so perhaps, at least in the feeder rounds, we'll be seeing a huge trend towards blaster boats, and it's working out for